I'm picturing a globe. Hang on. I
So
mean, I
just
guess
head
if you
straight.
go,
I would assume you would head straight up over the Pacific, over Hawaii and all that, and land in New York.
dude, do you know how long of a flight from Hawaii to New York and New Jersey is?
I
For
don't know. It
a
wouldn't
flight
be that
from,
much, would it?
it's like almost 11 hours. I've flown it before.
Okay.
Because it's almost 5 hours from Hawaii to California, and it's like another five something from California to New Jersey.
Okay. Look, I may have my internal map all fucked up too, but I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
because
it's I'm pretty sure it's possible if you like the way to circumnavigate the globe that way. I mean, because they did it when we were coming back from Iraq one point in time. Like we literally flew up over the Arctic,
yeah,
northern area because it's obviously smaller because a globe is round and yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I figure we go JFK, we rent the RV, and we will just jump from New York over through to Jersey, hook up with Judge, rent the RV, and then we load them into the RV. We make our way down to North Carolina, and we check out a few bits and pieces on the way down to you guys. We'll hit you up. We'll go do some shooting, head through to Tennessee, do some fucking around, south of the Mason-Dixon, and then we'll all fuck off down to Orlando. We'll go to Disney World together, do a fucking full Disney
and
trip.
Universal.
Yeah, and then we'll just start driving all the way back up the East Coast, drop you guys back in North Carolina, all the way back up to Jersey, drop Judge and Sarah off, and then we jump back on a plane at JFK and fuck off back to Sydney.
Oh, so you're just gonna do an East Coast thing?
Yeah, well, we've come to the conclusion that if we want to do everything that we want to do in the States, we're going to have to do like 3 trips.
Okay, I mean that works out. Yeah, yeah. Hang on one sec, because let me ask this question real quick. Hang on, I gotta mute it.
So while Rob is muted, I'm going to kick this shit off. G'day, g'day. Welcome to this episode of Not So Secret Dad's Business. We're coming up to the end of the show, guys. We've got less than a handful of episodes left. And so we've got some cool stuff coming up soon. Now, just to sort of address the elephant in the room, one we missed last week because, look, life gets busy. We've got old people shit to do, it happens. And today we don't have Judge. So it's just gonna be Rob and I. Rob's been on Reddit doing a deep dive, so we've got some fun stuff to have a chat with you about today. But yeah, man, just kicking this off, talking about a US trip. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Fucking hanging out with Rob and Judge, podcasting on the road. It'd be fucking amazing. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. Remember, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, feel free jump in the chat and get involved. We'd love to hear your opinions and your thoughts. So make sure you jump in there and make yourself known, guys.
All right, so perfect. I like that idea. You said, we'll do the whole RV thing because Crystal and I, once we get our retirement IDs, we'll be able to get severely discounted tickets through the military to both parks. We can get up to 18 tickets.
Holy shit!
Yep, and that like I mean, it's like literally like maybe $200 a ticket. So
Yeah,
it's like
wow.
cheap as yeah. So we would well whatever it's set for that year, but so we could easily do that for all of us. I think we do both, that Universal. We'll probably be able to do a few other things. So, oh yeah, dude, we got what, 2 years now to
Yeah, we
figure this
got
out.
heaps of time to really work out the nuts and bolts and iron it out,
Dude,
man.
fuck this guys on the road is gonna be lit.
It will be, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love doing this podcast, man, but fuck these guys is just gonna be on a totally different level, man.
So, but yeah. So did you? Yeah, I guess you already did the intro and everything. I missed it because I was yelling.
Yeah, I figured while you were off talking to the better half, because let's face it, she is the better half. That
Bro,
yeah,
you
I'd
telling
kick
me?
things off and just get shit running. So yeah, we got a handful of episodes for this show. Well, less than a handful of episodes left of this show to go. I don't know if you saw it in the group chat, but I spoke to my mate Simon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, when I first started the episode, he helped write the original, well, the podcast. He wrote the original music like the first music I ever used, and had him on as the first guest. So I thought, why not fucking like wrap it up beautifully, have him as like first and last guest, and then that's it. Just
Dude, that's the
wrap it
perfect
up,
way to
tie it
do
off
it.
with a little bow, you know?
I mean, I'm sure, has he even been like listening to it all and everything?
He hasn't caught up with it lately. He's
Okay.
he's he's a busy guy anyway, you know, a lot
No,
like the rest of us. But yeah,
let him know
he's
he's got some homework to do, because then he can sit there and talk about what his favorite stuff was.
that's it, man. That's it. So we don't have Judge today, Rob. So you've
Yeah, I know. He's off playing role models or whatever it is.
role model. What a fucking role model he is. The
Yeah, I mean, he
tattoo
went to the
teacher that
burger hole.
doesn't deserve Facebook money.
Dude, have you ever read that article?
From what I can figure, it was just a letter to the editor. So it's like
Yeah, it's like
some
no, no,
disgruntled asshole within the community.
no. The dude worked for the Star Ledger. Like, I don't know if he still does or whatever he is, but I can't, like, he writes editorials, and the fact like he did that and then just writes, like, it's like, okay, he's obviously got to be older, obviously, set in his ways, and tattoos are evil,
Yeah.
to say that about Judge, like,
And I mean to think that, you know, they got that Facebook grant money and he's gone on, he's won Teacher of the Year, he's got so many students like really excelling. And the fact that a lot of it, I saw like when he shared that again as well, he had so many ex-students like chiming in, "Oh man, you were the best teacher I ever had. You know, I am the way I am because of you." And it just goes to show that tattoos and heavy metal aren't fucking what they seem, you know what I mean? It's a bit like the Gojira performance at the Olympics. I saw people were up in arms saying that that was all satanic and everything, and the lead singer of Gojira's going, "No, it was history, man. We were singing about the revolution. You know, we were in the building where Marie Antoinette was imprisoned and executed. Like, it was fucking historical. Got nothing to do with religion or Satanism whatsoever." So again, it just goes to show that you can't judge a book by its cover.
yeah, no, and I mean, I only caught clips of it. I mean, I haven't even been watching the Olympics at all because I just haven't had time. My father-in-law has. I know Crystal has, and they've been talking about it because Crystal, with her role in gymnastics, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on in the gymnastics community now with people, getting
Everybody
on.
knows it was all over.
Yeah, it was
the
all over
news.
social media. I know, baby. But yeah. So
You don't
I
have to
mean,
hide
that
things. I'm
opening
not hurt,
ceremony,
right?
the opening ceremony and everything, man. I thought it was cool. The clips I saw of it. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought it was really well done as well. The fact that, you know, most Olympics they do that opening ceremony in the athletic stadium
yeah,
and have them marching around the track and shit like that. The fact that they had them coming up the River Seine in fucking boats, I thought it was a really cool idea just to shake things up. But anyway, man, because we
you
don't
found
have
the
Judge
headband.
today, hey?
You found the headband.
I washed it.
It went through the wash.
That's the important things that matter, man. So because Judge isn't with us this week, man, you've actually gone down the Reddit rabbit hole and you've actually found some shit for us to tear to bits today.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Reddit rabbit hole was fun, and I'm a little angry we can't share that one that they took that video down because that was A-list, like, dad material.
It was, man, and like you showed it to me an hour ago, if that, and I went to pull
Yeah.
it up for the podcast, and the post had already been removed.
I mean, and that's like it. Oh, it's like Like that was awesome because the kid was like wearing the safety goggles and everything. Like dad's got the spoon on the end of the electric drill, gets the chocolate powder on it, puts it in the bottle of milk.
It's on TikTok too.
Go, Crystal says it's on TikTok
Yeah,
somewhere.
I saw the video on TikTok yesterday or the day before.
Oh, well, we found it on Reddit and then it's been removed in the last hour.
Really? It's on
Yeah.
TikTok.
But
Yeah, no, I mean that was such a dad way to make chocolate milk. And the
I know,
fact that
it was
what's the spoons in there, he just fucking goes full tilt on that drill. It's just milk everywhere.
go cyclic, man. When in doubt, go cyclic. So, but it was that was awesome. But yeah, so we've got some good ones that I found. Like so this one the hang on one second, man. Hang on. The dog doesn't want to go outside because it's raining. It's still raining here. But so the question is and this is in the room, no stupid questions. Now I don't know if that means there's no stupid questions or just don't post stupid questions in this room.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this guy goes, how bad of an idea is it to message a woman you matched with on Tinder who you're pretty sure lives in the same apartment building as you? Background. So he says basically in a few of her pics are obvious the same large apartment building I live in, the lobby, identical features, etc. Maybe she's just visiting when she took these, but it doesn't really seem like it. I'm not romantically interested, but she seems like a pretty cool person who'd I definitely message. I just feel weird that we started talking, and at some I had to say, hey, by the way, I'm pretty sure I know where you live, and I'm also your neighbor. I'm leaning towards just forgetting about it and at risk of making an awkward situation for either of us. But maybe I'm overthinking it, and simply being neighbors is not a big deal. And there is an edit, but after we talk about it, I'll read the edit.
Yeah, okay. I get where he's coming from. I think it's the way he words it, right? Like if he turns around and goes, I know where you live, and I'm pretty sure you're down the hall, that could come across a bit creepy. But if he goes about it and says, hey, look, I've noticed in your photos that, it looks like the same lobby as my apartment building and stuff, like, do you happen to live in that building? If so, we're neighbors. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've seen it on TikTok where the neighbors start having Nerf wars and things like that. So he could obviously do something cool with it if he's smart. Yeah, like you're saying, the way he's writing it, it sounds kind of like someone he wants to, he just doesn't want, if it fizzles out or doesn't go anywhere, that all of a sudden they're walking down the hallway by each other and there's that awkward, or they got to ride in the elevator sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, like he also said though, he doesn't want to pursue anything romantically, so maybe he could do it again with the Nerf guns, because I've seen a video. He found a neighbor and then just left a random Nerf gun at their door with a note and said, "Hey, let's just
exactly
Nerf wars." I think in that video they'll live opposite each other or something. But yeah, he could do that. Leave a Nerf gun at her door and say, keep this on you if you see me. It's fair game.
So the edit goes, I've made the decision not to interact with the person on account of possibly creating a Kramer type situation where I'm never left alone. Also, it just seems high risk of it ending up being uncomfortable. All right.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You never know. Kramer, I think I could deal with. I could deal with a Kramer neighbor. It's the Newman neighbor that I don't think I could. And I am the Newman neighbor now, by name even. But
yeah, you are.
It's having that Newman neighbor that then likes to scheme and just make your life miserable. Yeah, it could go either way. So fair call
Yeah.
to old mate.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, you miss 100% of shots you don't take.
That's right.
So, he can obviously go, get with Ron Burgundy, get that Sex Panther, 60% of the time it works 100% of the time,
Exactly. It's all about confidence too, I think. Like if you go out there all guns blazing, like what's the worst you can say is no.
Exactly.
And then if you
But
and then the elevator ride is only awkward if you make it awkward. But if you keep that same energy the whole way, you turn it into a game.
but what if he says no or she says no, and then he finds, a 10, and then he's in the elevator and she gets on and then she's seeing this 10 with him, and then she's like, damn.
Yeah, because it's always like, yeah, I guess, because
Or
the
even
allure
flipping,
is
like,
like, oh fuck, I missed out. Now I can't have it, and then she wants him even more.
I mean, yeah, like, or flip it. She's on there with a dude that's got Hugh Jackman's abs, off of Deadpool. Because, oh God, I'd love to bite those. Now, I'm not gay, but that was amazing. Even I mean, I wanted to reach over and block Crystal's eyes. But all right. So moving on, is 300 pounds too fat to kayak? Like, that's it. That's the only question.
Is that it? Okay, short and sweet.
Like there's
Is it-
there's nothing to it's I'm on vacation. I want to rent a single person kayak, but I don't know if I'm too heavy. Will it still float? Well, news buddy, fat floats.
Yeah, even shit floats. I think you're okay.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it floats.
I mean, I guess the only limitation you have there is whether you're gonna fit in the hole.
I mean, yeah, unless it's one of those open kayaks.
Yeah, well, I mean, Andre's just jumped in the chat and he's gone, I guess if you have to ask, then maybe yes.
If you have to ask, then maybe yes. Does the life jacket come in triple XL?
I'm a 5XL. Does it come that big? Again, I don't know. I saw an article. I I didn't read it like a lot of stuff on social media. I just saw the clickbait headline and had a giggle. But it was about this fat guy went kayaking and got stuck in the kayak and emergency services had to come and cut him out of the kayak because he'd
No way.
created such a seal that there was a vacuum holding him. He couldn't get out
Couldn't
and
get
break
out of the
seal.
kayak.
Yeah. So I guess, like I say, if you fill the hole on the kayak, maybe yeah, but weight-wise, I think you're gonna still float down the river just fine.
Yeah, because I mean, and then there's also those like a lot of the kayaks people have around here. There's no hole to get in. It's literally like a seat and everything. It's the open kayaks and everything. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to. I mean, I guess you got to check to see what the tensile strength of the fiberglass hole is. If it's gonna be buoyant enough to keep you up. I don't know.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean,
Well, look, I mean, I'm not here to fat shame or anything, dude, but you'd be around what, the 250 mark, yeah?
me? No, I'm a 3,
All right, you're a 3. All right, so
and I
maybe
float.
when I do the US trip, we'll go down we go down to Disney World. We'll hit the lazy river, man, and we'll just test it in the lazy river.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna test it out for this guy in the lazy river.
Yeah, why not?
All right, that
Yeah.
sounds great.
Because I mean, if you still float, then he's gonna be good.
I float without a kayak, so I'm pretty sure I'll float with one.
I think we've answered that one for you, mate. Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
are not too
definitely
fat
answered that one,
for a
man.
kayak.
Nope, definitely not. Definitely not. And if you are, I mean, there's definitely a container ship out there somewhere you can get on. All right.
Maersk, they do it for a living, man.
Yep, there you go. All right, here we go, because this one caught my eye. If a baby is conceived via surrogacy, are they entitled to the citizenship of the egg/sperm donor?
No, unless they're born in the country of that person, I guess.
I'll see, like, all right, look at it like U.S. people that are born abroad,
They're
but
technically a citizen of the
both countries.
both countries. But then again, okay, so my father is a Kiwi, so is my brother and my sister, because they were both born in New Zealand. And the rest of my family were born here in Australia. Now, even though I'm Australian born, I'm an Australian citizen. Up until the age of 21, I was able to get dual citizenship because my father was a citizen of New Zealand.
So wait, what happened after 21?
Well, then I'm an adult. I can't piggyback off his citizenship in order to get that dual
Yeah, but it's
citizenship.
not like you changed.
No, I know. I think it's just the whole adult thing. Once you're an adult, you're no longer. It's like you can no longer fly on your parents' passport. Like when I was a kid, I never had a passport because we would fly on our parents' passport,
Hmm.
right? And so once I turned 18, I had to get my own passport in order to fly, which is why I've never left the country again because I've never had a passport.
Hmm.
But I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know. Like, if you, because biologically, the baby is of that person of a different nationality.
Yeah. So like, yeah, if like sperm, we'll say the sperm donor or egg donor or whoever was of one country and the other one's of the other country, but the surrogate is of a third country. Does that like triple?
Ooh. See, there's a lot of bureaucratic red tape that you can really shuffle through there. Because yeah, I mean, would it? Damn, now you got me thinking, Rob.
Yeah, I know. This is one we're definitely gonna have to find. We're gonna have to find a lawyer on this one, like an international lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sorry,
We're
we
gonna-
can't help you with that one.
No, definitely can't help with this
We're
one.
not smart enough with that one.
We are not smart enough for that one. We're the type of people that'll put a spoon on the end of a drill and put it in the kid's sippy cup to make chocolate milk.
High powered chocolate milk, baby. More power. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, oh.
I mean, the kid was just awesome because it was the kid's like just sitting there in the Crocs with the with
With the
the thing,
goggles on, and he's just squatted, man. He's
and he's
like
waiting.
perched there watching. Oh man.
All right, so ready? Here we go. How can men put all their stuff in their pockets?
Big, oh, well, that's easy. Firstly, you got to blame the fashion industry for that because we get big ass pockets.
Well, yeah, but we also don't carry a lot of stuff like what keys, wallet, phone,
Yeah,
maybe a pocket knife.
yeah. It depends what your EDC is, I guess. Like, because I
Yeah,
know there's a lot of guys out there that like to have their everyday carry kit. But like you say, there's usually what your wallet, your keys, your
yeah.
phone, your knife, maybe your AirPods or your something like that, maybe. But
Someone put on here Indiana Jones rocked a leather satchel.
yeah.
And then someone commented that one, it's the European carry-all.
Well, Judge
Nope,
has
it's
said
a
several
merce.
times that he uses a messenger bag all the time, like a
Like a
satchel,
merce.
a merce. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
yeah, it's a
the
merce.
I've got the Joe Rogan fanny pack, so I'll use
Yeah.
that every once in a while.
I guess I'll just put it in my pockets.
I've gotten to a point like I won't have my wallet in my back pocket anymore because it just throws my back out. I feel weird sitting lopsided. But then again, I don't know. Like you got the guys in the country over there as well. They've got their wintergreen dip in their left back pocket as well.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah, I mean,
I will say that women are ripped off when it comes to pockets, man. Like I don't know why, but they're either false pockets or there's no room in them whatsoever.
hmm.
Maybe it comes down to small hands, small pockets, big hands, big pockets. I don't know.
Crystal agrees with you. Women are ripped off when in pocket space. She says
Yeah.
yes.
And that's why
So,
they get so excited when they buy a new dress that has pockets. Like, that'll be the first thing. Like, oh, you got a new dress. Thanks, it has pockets. That's the first thing they will say.
she says, "Yep, that would be the first thing
I
she would
told you
say."
that when I got my 2 athletic dresses.
Yep, when she got her 2 athletic dresses, she's like, "Yep, they have pockets."
Yeah.
I remember that now. Yep, you're right, babe. Oh man, yep. See, all right. So, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
and now
I guess we got better pocket space.
would you be carrying a pew pew in your pocket, or are you actually holstering that on your belt?
It's well, it depends on if I'm gonna go open or concealed. Concealed, I typically carry around the 4 or 5 o'clock position, so a little bit to the back.
Yep.
And it's inside the belt, so shirts over it, all
Yep,
that stuff. If I'm carrying outer, then yeah, it's going to be sitting like right on my 3 o'clock on the hip,
Yep.
right there. But yeah, I mean, but then again, still in my pocket, I'll have obviously keys, pocket knife. I've probably got a spare magazine somewhere, because one is 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So, but yeah, I guess we do got more pocket space. So, all right, women, yeah, you're right. You guys are gypped on pocket space, and yes, we definitely can carry all our stuff because I mean I don't know, but you open up a wife's purse or anything, and there's everything in it. Like
Dude,
they
that's
have
like the fucking
everything.
doorway to Narnia.
It is like you're pulling out light posts and fawns and homeless ogres.
Mary Poppins was not an over-exaggeration.
Oh yeah, when she pulled Mary Poppins
The
had
fucking
that
hat
purse.
stand
Yes.
out of the purse.
Yep, with the hat stand. Yep, there we go. All right, here we go. Because this one I liked, and this one, see, like we do it. You, me, and Judge will do stuff like this because we're idiots. But why aren't innocent questions like "What is your favorite dinosaur" more commonplace in conversations between adults? Little bit of background. I work as a medical professional, and yesterday I was drawing blood from a teenage patient, and he was visibly nervous at the sight of the needle. So I told him to keep talking to me to distract himself. The first thing he says is, "Which one of your fingers is your favorite?" I was a little taken back by the question because, frankly, no one has ever asked me in my life which one of my fingers is my favorite. So we chatted for a little bit, but it reminded me of the childhood questions that we would get. What's your favorite planet in the solar system? Things like that. So why do we never, as adults with strangers or even between friends, why do the conversation topics have to be serious all the time? Well, obviously they're not watching our show because, I mean, I don't think we're ever serious at all. I mean,
No.
but I mean, as a stranger, I just wouldn't go up to a random stranger and be like, "Hey, what's your favorite finger?" I mean, that's kind of weird and saws-ish. Like I'm about to take your finger, bud.
Yeah, I mean, especially a stranger. Yeah, they're gonna look at you and go like, "Dude, like the psych ward's up the road and 2 blocks that way. Like, just that's where you need
Yeah.
to be."
Hey
But
man, mental health is over there. But like
yeah,
I can
that's it.
understand that among friends and stuff because I mean that's just hey, like what's your favorite da 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 da. But I mean, yeah, what's your favorite dinosaur, man?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that since I was a kid. I think it would have to be the Allosaurus. When I was a kid, I did a huge write-up report on the Allosaurus. I learned a lot about the Allosaurus. And like, sure, like the T-Rex, he's the like the king of the dinosaurs and shit, but the Allosaurus is just fucking savage, man. Like just like a smaller compact version of a T-Rex. That just yeah. What about you, man? Like you strike me as like a Stegosaurus or something like that kind of
Well, I
guy.
think growing up, like the Stegosaurus did peak it, but I was the one like that was like that armadillo with the big bony tail that had the big club at the end of it.
He was yeah, I can't remember what his name
Like
was.
Ankylosaurus or
Ankylosaurus, that's right.
yeah, it's like so that and then Jurassic Park got me into the Velociraptors
Yeah.
because those are just smart smart birds. But honestly, I mean, it's kind of cliche, man. T-Rex.
Yeah.
I mean, T-Rex is by far awesome. I mean, if I ever went back in time, I would domesticate one and ride it around as like my war mount. I mean,
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'd mount like a gun on it and stuff. It'd be my mobile gun platform. But
It'd be
like,
like Turok, like almost like Turok style, man.
yeah, remember that game? Yeah. Or I think like my son plays that Ark Survival, and they got dragons and dinosaurs and everything in it too. So like, he's got like a bunch of T-Rex mounts, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right. But I tried playing that game, and I couldn't even like make it like an hour, like not even an hour on the beach before someone came up and beat my naked self to death with a rock.
Yeah. I
It's like,
gave
yeah,
up on
forget
that
this
real
game.
quick.
Yeah.
But I want to touch on the favorite finger bit because that is one I've never considered. Like, what's your favorite finger? Like,
Right there.
why the index finger, mate? Is it for that reason only, eh?
No, because this is my
Oh,
safety.
your trigger finger, your safety finger. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, see, for me, it's like I've got two, and they tend to work in tandem. You go fishing for quarters.
I mean, you could do the yeah, there
That's
you
it.
go.
Get the threesome happening.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, I guess guys got a couple favorite fingers.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, well, I think this is something we need to normalize then. We need to start just throwing it out in day-to-day conversation, just like
Just
a random,
random people on the street just walk up and be like, "What's your favorite finger?"
yeah, yeah. Out of all your toes, which one's your favorite toe and why? I want a 400-word essay on my desk by the end of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I would have to say my big toes because it keeps me balanced.
Yeah,
I mean, without your big toes, you're pretty screwed.
yeah. I found that out from a buddy of mine. He had a motorcycle accident, got cut off by a taxi while he was on his Harley, and he lost almost half of his foot, and they had to actually take a piece of muscle, I believe, from his thigh to rebuild the front of his foot, so then he could balance because he'd lost his big toe. So apparently they are that important.
Huh? Ooh, here we go. This is a good one. Am I the asshole for giving my wife my honest opinion? And I haven't even read it, but yes, you are.
According to your wife, anyway.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna go in there and but yes, you are. Um, I hate this whole male 39 thing. Like, I
It's
don't
a
really
it's a
care
Reddit
about your
thing,
demo.
man.
I know, like, I don't care about your demographic. All right, I been with my wife since we were in college. Wife lately started a new lifestyle, and he put, I guess, that she believes in no deodorant, no shaving, shower only if you get dirty, no makeup, no wearing nice clothes. She doesn't have depression or anything. It started when she joined a new yoga class. I never commented because she's a grown woman and can do what she wants with her body. She asked me today how I feel about her new me, and I told her it doesn't matter how I feel as long as it makes her happy. She kept asking, but I want to know how you feel. Eventually, I said, "You really want to know how?" Oh God, you don't.
You
You
don't start
never.
with, you really
You
want to know
don't.
how I feel?
Yeah. You really want to know how I feel? Yeah. You never started with that, man. So yeah, bro. Definitely the asshole because you could have. So you really want to know how I feel? I miss the woman I fell in love with. She used to dress nice, smell great, shower every day, wear makeup, brush her hair. I really don't like this whole all natural thing, but again, not my decision, so I have no saying. She started crying and called me an insensitive, vain jerk, and now doesn't talk to me. Was I a jerk when she wanted my opinion?
No,
No, but
No,
yes.
look, she's.
there's no way you were gonna win that art.
What? Thank you, Crystal. No, there's no way either way he's a doomed man. It's a trap.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
it's
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 like,
that
hey honey,
question.
does my ass look fat in these jeans? And the correct answer to that is no, your fat ass makes your fat ass look like fat in those genes, right? It's not the gene's fault.
I like
But
that.
if you say, yes, your ass looks fat in those genes, you're still in trouble. But it's not the genes that make your ass look fat. Your ass is fat, if that's the case.
Lucked out,
Um,
but didn't. I feel like I'm a double-edged sword because I'm one of those women that want the blatant, honest truth. That if I find out I didn't get the truth given to me, I get more upset because I'm a blatantly honest person. I would rather hurt your feelings, but everything that's coming out of my mouth is truth.
yeah, fair enough.
Fair
Not
point.
many people are like that.
No, I mean, but yes, I agree. I don't think he was the asshole because he's obviously, she's changed herself. He doesn't like it. He's got to let her know. But the way he delivered it,
Yeah.
that if he had changed that, maybe. But at the same time, she kept,
Kept
she
pushing.
kept
Look,
sending,
everyone sucks here. He
yeah.
he tried to be nice about it and go, hey, look, it's really not about what I want. As long as you're happy in and you're in your own skin, you do you, boo. That's fine. As
Yeah,
she
but
kept pushing.
no deodorant and no shaving, no showering. I mean, come on, man.
Well, to
Nah.
be fair, like I don't shave my legs or my pits. I got this shit hanging off my face.
Well,
Like,
you're also not a girl. You're not supposed to shave your legs and pits.
okay, but again, if women weren't meant to have hairy pits or hairy legs, they wouldn't have hairy pits or hairy legs.
Okay, I mean, I can understand that and all. But then, too, also, apparently this all started when she joined a new yoga class. So obviously it's those, it's a bunch of the,
Yeah, like the real
new age hippie,
hippie type people. Yeah,
they're going to have her freaking living with freaking bamboo pants and shirts and stuff like that real soon and
henna
drinking.
tattoos and
Yeah,
fucking
and
death beads
drinking
and
like grass milkshakes and
wheatgrass and eating cacao,
yeah, there
tofu.
we go. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
no, look, I think yeah, everyone sucks here because again, like he gave her a nice answer and she kept pushing and then he gave his personal opinion. I think the best way to phrase it is if you ever get asked that question, you say, do you want the husband answer or do you want the truth?
I've seen that video.
And it's like, I'll give you the husband answer if you
I'll get.
want the husband answer.
Yep.
If
Do
you
you want the
really
husband
want the
answer? Or do you want the
truth, I'll
truth?
give you the truth. But you can't have both. It's one or the other.
Oh, 100%. So I mean, I guess yeah, man, you're not the asshole because she asked for it.
But you definitely
But
could
you're
have
still
worded that better,
you
man.
definitely are the asshole for the wording, though. All right. You wake up as your 5-year-old self. What do you do?
Hot damn. Are you kidding me? I am fucking running downstairs, getting a bowl of Cocoa Pops and putting the fucking Flintstones on TV.
Run away.
Like, that's the first thing I do. Get up, Cocoa Pops, Flintstones.
But now, is it time travel? You go back to your 5-year-old self, or is it like you wake up right now as a 5-year-old?
So, okay, so you're saying, do you go back in time
And
to
wake
be
up
the
as your 5-year-old?
5-year-old that you were, or do you go back with all the knowledge that you currently have as an adult and
Well,
end up, like, wake
that's
up in a 5-year-old body?
well, no. Like you travel, like you go back in time to when you were 5 years old. So for me, that's like 1986. All right, and obviously, yeah, you're in your 5-year-old body then, but obviously, you know everything. Blah blah blah. Oh man, I'd be rich by the time I was, by the time I was 6.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be creating, all the websites before they're even out.
Yeah, you'd be the
I'd be
founder of
trademarking
Google.
it all. Or is it that it's you go to sleep tonight and you wake up tomorrow as a 5-year-old?
Yeah, either way, man. I think, like, honestly, if I had that opportunity again, I'd just take it for what it is. I'd be eating Cocoa Pops and watching the Flintstones. Like even just like if it was like a Hanna-Barbera marathon like they used to do, you'd sit down,
So
you'd
you got
watch the
Cocoa Puffs in your house right
Flintstones.
now?
Hey?
You got Cocoa Puffs in your house right now?
Yeah,
Oh, you would.
yeah. I had Pop-Tarts for breakfast today as well.
So how often do you have Cocoa Puffs for breakfast?
I don't usually eat breakfast, but come the weekends, I'll have a bowl every once in a while.
So
Most of
on the weekends, mentally you turn into a 5-year-old anyway.
essentially, I do. Yep. Um, yeah, no, like what I like to, we got Milo here as well, right? Which is like it's a malt chocolate drink powder, right? And it's fucking amazing. I get the Cocoa Pops and then I sprinkle some Milo over the top with some milk, and it's fucking awesome.
I think if I went back when I was obviously, yeah, when if I went back as a 5-year-old, I would obviously do, everything to set me up, to be set in the future. But if I woke up tomorrow as a 5-year-old, oh, you know what? I would definitely be getting in my car and driving just to sit there and freak people out on the roads.
A 5-year-old on the I-95.
Yeah, 5-year-olds driving the vehicle. Where's his dad?
But I mean, again, like I just think it would be awesome because I mean, so you were 5 in '86. I was
Yeah,
5 in '91. Is that right? No, I was 5 in '91. So yeah, like I was waking up watching the Flintstones, the Jetsons, all
yeah.
that good shit. Like that was Saturday mornings for me, you know.
91 is 10.
Yeah.
Man, I'm old.
Hey, Shannon's in the chat. Thanks for joining us, hon. Glad you're here with us.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're missing all the good questions.
Yeah, she says you'd have to be a tall 5-year-old in order to drive.
I know you put some phone books on the seats. Well, actually, I don't even know if they make phone books anymore. I'd have to find a booster seat, and then I have to put some wood blocks on the. I'd have to rig up some sort of way to do it, but I could figure it out.
Yo, did you ever see
I,
that episode of Mr. Bean where he had to take the armchair home from the furniture store and he ends up putting the armchair on the roof of his car and he rigs up a rope to the steering wheel that goes across his lap
I
and
have
there's
not seen that. No,
no,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
and then he's got like a brick on the accelerator and he's got a mop or a broom through the window to hit the brake and he's just driving with this armchair strapped to his roof. The armchair became the driver's seat. It's
So,
possible.
Shannon, we got a question for you. What is your favorite finger?
Oh, we'll wait to hear from that. We've got a slight delay between what we're
Yeah,
recording and the YouTube, so that'll
that's
come
fine.
in. That
Yeah,
being
sure.
that being said, though, she said she was 5 in 1996, which okay, cool. And then
I mean, that's
fucking
still a good time.
Andre the motherfucker has to keep making us feel old. He said he was 5 in 2004. I graduated the year before. I left high school in 2003.
2004, I was on my second deployment.
Hot damn.
Yeah, second deployment. Oh my God, I'm old. I'm really old. Ooh.
Well, like I say, Andre made me feel old when we had Jai on the show, and he's like, "Oh, I was 3 when 9/11 happened." What the fuck? All right, Shannon. Her right pointer finger is her favorite. Her right point, yeah, same as Rob's favorite.
Because that's my safety. All right. Is it normal for people who work from home to drink alcohol while working? As the title says all, my wife often is pretty good buzz going when I get home. I don't like her drinking all day. She does pretty important work. I'm worried she would say something in a meeting that could go badly. I've talked to her about it many times, but I don't see it changing. I love my wife very much, but this habit blows my mind. Well, I mean, I think COVID really started that because
Yeah.
everyone started working from home and everything. And there's an edit apparently, so I'll read that here in a minute. But the earliest I've seen it happen is at 10 a.m. I mean, 10 a.m. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. 1700 somewhere in the world.
yeah. So, I mean, now, like, she's working from home. Like, maybe she's meeting someone and it's it's 5 o'clock there. So, I don't know. But obviously, COVID really kind of had everyone working from home. And, you saw a bunch of it. People were drinking. And I mean, like here, like they were allowing DoorDash mixed drinks from bars and stuff to the
No.
house.
You can
Yes.
order a cocktail from the
You
bar
could
and
order
get
a
it
cocktail
DoorDashed.
and get it DoorDashed.
Look, like Judge said, like he came out of rehab during COVID, right? And like he understood they had to keep the liquor stores open because you have someone going through the DTs and there's no
Yeah.
liquor, it's gonna kill them. I get that, but ordering mixed drinks from the bar and having a DoorDash, that fucking blows my mind.
Like you
Um,
couldn't go to the bar, so we'll just bring the bar to you.
as for like, look, I don't think it's wise to work while you're drinking ever. Um,
Well, I mean, obviously not when you're like at your work. I mean, well, then again, I was overseas and we had a bunch of Aussies out there with us, and they were pretty lit most of the times.
yeah.
I mean, they would have forklift races.
Oh yeah. Look,
Yeah,
man, honestly, we're a fucking wild bunch. Like back in the day, I used to work for a guy. It was just him. He was like a sole owner trader kind of guy. And yeah, we'd have beers, but while we worked, but it was usually the overtime hours. So we'd do our first 8 hours, get the bulk of the day done. Once there were no possible like check-ins from like vendors or clients or anything like that, after 5 o'clock, we'd do the overtime hours, but we'd break the beers out. But again, as a welder, not a smart move because you're swinging off power tools and all of this sort of shit. It's just not.
well, yeah. I mean, don't drink and play with power tools, and I mean, we've said that on the safety brief a few times.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, for us, it was when I ran into those Aussies. We were in Iraq, and God, I think we were outside of Mosul to Crit, maybe. I don't know. It was one of the areas, but we rolled into their compound and they're giving us, taking us around, showing us everything. They're like, all right, well, this is our supply room. If you need anything in there, just talk to supply sergeant, da 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 da. Here's the armory. Like, supply room's wide open. Anyone can just walk in and take whatever they want. Like, here's our armory. You guys can store your weapons here if you want to use any of our stuff, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And again, it's wide open.
Mm.
Then right next to all of that, they go, all right, this is the alcohol room. They go, we got whatever you want in here. If we don't have it, write it on the board. The interpreter will go out and get it.
I
And
hope
this door's
nobody
locked.
wrote Foster's on that board because you wouldn't have found
Well,
any Foster's in.
no. Oh, no, you can find just about anything in Iraq. I mean, like, they had it
Oh,
all.
I'm just talking about the Australian wet mess. You will
Oh,
not
no.
find
Most of them were
Foster's there.
drinking whiskey, and I think they were big on their Coronas.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it was funny because, like, obviously our commander was like, yeah, no, you guys can't drink. You're not allowed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we drank. But, so it was.
Sorry, Shannon was just saying one of the first jobs she had, they allowed beer Fridays because their office was situated above a brewery.
Okay, social hours starting a little early.
Hey, starting the weekend off on the right foot though.
Yeah. I mean,
Pre gaming for the weekend.
there you go. So yeah, I guess we can definitely say it's not normal for people working from home to drink alcohol while working. I mean, then again, I could be wrong.
Look, I mean, you
So,
can get away with it, obviously. Like you don't have your boss checking over your shoulder every hour or whatever. But again, it's not a wise move, I don't think.
so in the edit, he goes, the reason why I'm asking this is because During our many conversations about it, she has told me that the work from home culture is different than us who leave the house every day, and that it wasn't abnormal for coworkers to have a drink.
So if
I don't
that's the
know.
case, if I'm working from home, does that mean I don't have to wear pants? I could just jerk off whenever I want, whether it's a meeting or not? Because that's work from home culture. Like, where's the line? There's got to be a line.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely done the podcast without pants on. I mean, we've definitely stretched our shorts out a few times, you know.
Oh, that happens.
Uh,
Yeah, it happens.
so I don't know. I mean, I could see the people doing it, but yeah, no, I don't think it's a normal thing. I think that's just
No.
something an alcoholic is,
Finding
trying to
excuses. Yeah,
finding
like,
excuses. Yeah.
well, and on this, okay, so on this alcohol thing, I actually saw one yesterday, and I'll bring it up. Is it acceptable to take alcohol to a child's birthday party?
Depends on the culture
Yeah. I
because
think it I think
you
it
go for
really
the
depends on the
go ahead.
host. Like if the host is okay with it.
Yes. Like if the host is providing the alcohol, then yes, obviously it's okay. But then again, you go to like a military function, especially among like the infantries, everything's an excuse to drink.
Yep.
Everything is an excuse to have a party where you're playing beer pong or whatever. I mean, it could be like the smallest little thing. Oh, the first tooth fell out. You know,
Yeah.
and everyone's over playing beer pong.
But I mean,
Which
like for a child's birthday party, I'm like, maybe not. But I'm of the opinion again. Australian has a massive drinking culture. I'm of the opinion that take a 6 pack with you, so that way
yeah,
you have a couple of beers while you're standing over the grill, having a chat to the host or whatever that
yeah,
may be.
the guy
But it's
circle
yeah, but it's not taking a case of beer and getting plastered. You know what I
or
mean?
having a keg.
Yeah,
Well, all right. How about this one? Trick or treating. There's a table for the kids and a table for the adults. I mean,
yeah.
because Crystal and I have definitely seen that when we've gone around where, like we walked up to a house and they're like, well, the adult trick or treats are over there. And we're like, wait, what? And they had jello shots and stuff like that all on the table.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, but I mean, then again, nowadays too, you got to be careful because all the stupid people putting shit and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I would trust it. There was
Yeah,
one year Crystal and I gave out alcohol to all the adults. I mean, I had a whole bunch left over from a party, so I was just like, I got to get rid of it.
yeah. See, if I was
We were
over there,
definitely the popular house that week.
we can't get Everclear here, but I would be of the kind of person that would be making Jello shots out of Everclear and putting that out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely do that. So say like, yeah, I definitely like. I know, um, there are certain cultures where like obviously, whenever the family's together, you know, the drinking happens.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, like if you were just randomly invited to like, you know, Joe from the office's, son's birthday, yeah, I don't think showing up with like a 12 pack of
yeah. That's
Natty
it.
Light is a good thing.
Yeah,
Then again, Natty Light
but
is some
like
nasty
Andre
beer. If you
says,
showed up
like
with that, I'd kick you out anyway.
yeah, but like Andre says, he's like they drink alcohol because have you ever been to a kid's birthday party? Like I get that it's stressful. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember, especially Eli's first birthday, man. Like, I catered for like 40 odd people, 50 people. You know, I made the cake, I cooked all the food. That was stressful as fuck. And I was definitely drinking that day. I had my fair share. I think I put back 12 or 15 before the party was even finished.
And
Um,
then he knocked out 15 more afterwards during the cleanup.
I don't remember. The first 15 kind of turned off the memory. But No, but again, that was also one of those situations where it was like, hey, if you want to bring yourself a drink, bring a drink. That's perfectly fine. So I think again, it just comes down to the host and how well you know the people as well.
All right, here we go. Because this one's on the Olympics, like you and I were talking about. Ready?
Yep.
Why do U.S. territories that compete in the Olympics act like they're separate countries? I see athletes in these games representing Puerto Rico and Guam, and I don't know why. They're officially U.S. territories. They're just not full states. So why aren't they? Why aren't they part of the U.S. team? Well, you answered it right there.
They're
They're
not
not a
full
full
US
state.
states.
I mean, we're the United States, the states that are united. You
Supposed
know,
to be united anyway.
we're a country of states that have united. Good old Kamala Harris right there. Not trying to go
We
political on
can't
that one,
be
but
unburdened of what has been. No, look, I think as for like Puerto Rico and Guam, they are separate countries. They are still an
yeah,
independent identity.
yes, and we do have a large presence there. And yes, if you are born in those countries, you are considered a U.S. citizen as well.
Oh, for
You
real?
know, I believe I'd have to look that up. I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain it was, but um,
But that
I mean,
being said, like, I don't understand why.
well,
I
like
do
because
not
you
understand the
don't need a
fucking American
passport to go to those
zeitgeist.
places.
I
You
just
know,
do not get it. Like I pointed it out in the group chat how Australia was top of the medal tally because they had more gold medals, but then US had taken the Olympic medal tally and then reshuffled it so they were on top because they won more medals overall. And I'm like, okay, I get where you're coming from, but why so fucking fragile?
it's not fragile, man.
It's
We are
fragility, man.
the kings of petty. Okay, look, Ben Franklin said it best: "Tax this dick," and we got rid of the king.
That's it,
You know,
man. That's look. It's
we are the kings of petty.
it's just got me fucked though. Like I even noticed it yesterday. Looking at the medal tally, there was like China first, and then there was a couple ahead of us, then Australia. But then you look at the rankings, we were sitting like fourth on the medal tally, but then we were ranked second overall. And so it's like I think that the way they order it, I think, is just through the number of gold medals, and then there's an overall ranking.
Yeah.
But yeah, just watching USA rebuild the tally so they were on top, I fucking thought it was hilarious.
Oh, I mean, come on, man. I mean, everyone's got to find the way. I mean, it's the way you can always skew the numbers to make it look better. So, has the world actually got worse in recent years, or we just have more access to information about what is going on these days?
Oh, yo, I've had this very similar conversation with my mum actually, and I got a really interesting point of view from her. And she said, because I said to her, like, it seemed like once upon a time life was simpler. I said, but is that because I was a kid and I wasn't having to worry about all this adult shit that you have to deal with now as an adult, or is it the access to information? And I honestly think it's the access to information.
I think it's both.
We're
I think
exposed
the
to
world.
both.
I mean, well, I think the world's gotten worse. I mean, yeah, there's majority of the stuff going on, is always good, but we don't see it because of the news and the propagandas. They don't want to show the good stuff because it's not a story. The obviously the better things are always the worst stuff. But yeah, I mean, still, I mean, there's still worse things going on in this world, and it's only gotten worse. So yeah, I mean, I see both. I
Yeah.
mean, tensions are up between countries, and you know, God, cost of living is through the roof just about everywhere you go. I don't think anywhere's it hasn't gone up.
Nah.
So yeah, some things are worse, some things are better, but access to all of it, yeah. Because I mean, you used to never know what was going on in other areas of the world unless the news talked about it. You just couldn't hop on.
No, that's right. That's right. Like I remember hearing all the shit about Kosovo when I was a kid, Desert Storm in the early 90s, um, the famine in Rwanda, but that was on the news. It wasn't
Yeah.
readily accessible information. Like
And
you heard
now
about that shit on the
you can
news.
just open up your phone, go to Google, and whatever you want is right there at your fingertips. So yeah, I
Mhm.
would definitely say that it's definitely the access to information is also a portion of it. So
But I also feel like since 2020, we kind of stepped into a different timeline. Um, like 2019 compared to now just seems like worlds apart, and it seems like, yeah, we all got put in lockdown. Everybody lost their collective fucking minds, and then it's just become a normal. Like 2019, I don't think outrage culture was a thing. I don't think cancel culture was a thing.
no, it was just starting around that time. I want to say cancel culture really started rearing its head, around the George Floyd stuff.
Yeah,
But it was still ongoing before that. It just wasn't a big thing. It really hadn't gained movement because, I mean, you had groups like, Mom Demand Action and stuff like that were trying to cancel businesses that would allow gun owners to go in with guns and things like that. So, yeah. So, I mean, it was around. It just hadn't became the trendy thing to do
yeah.
whenever.
I
So,
think it picked up steam for the pure fact that everybody was just locked inside their house, had nothing else better to do, and it just
yeah.
blew up online,
Oh,
became a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think if lockdown didn't happen, um, I don't think it would have picked up traction like it did. Honestly, I don't think. I don't think. Speaking of lockdown, I think I might have mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but we've got the avian flu going around at the moment. Fucking
Yeah,
bird
you
flu.
mentioned that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah. And so I mentioned that to Mum. I'm like, fuck, like, isn't it nuts how we got this bird flu? As she came back to me, she goes, yeah, maybe instead of killing all these birds to try and limit the bird flu, maybe they just need to put them into lockdown so they could flatten the curve. I'm like, well,
That
apparently it
works.
worked for us.
Yeah, definitely. The curve got flattened here in America.
Yeah. Yo, Jai, thanks for joining us, hon.
Hey, what's up, Jai?
What do we
Hey,
got?
Jai, what's your favorite finger?
Yeah, what's your favorite finger, Jai? Hey, Andre, I don't think we asked you either. What's your favorite finger, dude?
No, I want to know what his favorite dinosaur is.
Oh, he said he's got one at home. It's a Toddlerosaurus Rex.
Uh, okay,
Yeah.
so
Dude,
this is
he's
definitely.
fucking flat out lately as well. He's got the toddler and he's got the newborn, man. Like, I don't know if we congratulated you, Andre, but yeah,
Oh
congratulations
yeah,
on the new addition, dude.
congratulations, Andre. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
And
Yeah,
Jai says her middle finger is her favorite. The middle finger.
obviously, she shows it to everybody, so that's got to be the best one. Only
Uh,
Jai, only Jai. All right. So, and you know what? This
oh,
is this is
and
one that.
Shannon has said her favorite dinosaur is a pterosaur, and Andre's favorite finger is his trigger finger.
Yeah. See, it's got to be the trigger finger.
And what, Jai? My favorite dinosaur is a pterodactyl. Are you talking a pterodactyl? The bird one, in brackets, in parentheses, the bird one.
Wait, which bird one? Weren't all dinosaurs were considered birds, weren't they?
I think. Well, they had hollow bones.
Yeah.
Anyhow, what do you got
Anyway.
next, man?
All right. So we're gonna finish it off with this one, and then I'm gonna talk about my son and his
Yeah.
his incident today. Over the
Yeah,
weekend
if
because
Rob wants to talk about that, he's more than
oh
welcome to
no,
jump on the mic, man.
he doesn't want to hop on the mic, but he said, Dad, you can talk about it, but he's happy.
All
But
right, cool.
anyway, what sort of pleasure, if any, at all does a person get from giving a BJ? Porn acts
Crystal,
like someone can get an orgasm from giving head, but I know that this is not the case. It's a guy's name too. How do you know that? I don't. You know what? It's 2024. What you do, hey man, that's up to you. So, what's the appeal for someone to give head besides making the other person feel good?
I think that's the whole point.
I mean, I think that's the whole point. But like, why would you ask this question? I mean,
Look,
that was pretty.
maybe I don't know. Like, dude, do you eat pussy? If that's the case, why do you eat pussy? It's
Because it tastes good and I like it and it's
but
sterile.
yeah, it tastes like pennies.
Do you think I like drinking my own pee? No, I do it because it tastes good. Like, why? Like, I mean, this is definitely a stupid question, and it fits in the stupid question room. But
Okay, well,
yeah,
look,
like,
we've got a female perspective here. Jaya said some girls are really into it, or they like the domination aspect of it. I could see where that would be appealing, though. Like, you think, like, you're putting your dick into a hole with, like, full of bones, designed to crush meat and shit, masticate it ready for digestion. Like, think how much power you to have someone's dick in your mouth.
no, no.
Maybe in the Navy, but not in the Army, motherfucker.
Oh, definitely not in the Army. Maybe in the Marines. I mean, they're going to get mad at that one, but no, no. I think I'm going to have a question for this room. I'm going to put this in there because, all right. So I'm in that academy and everything. So there was a question that came up on one of our tests, and you and I were talking about it because age of consent is 16 in North Carolina.
Hmm.
All right. So the question is, you come home and you find your 17-year-old daughter wearing a unicorn hat and having consensual sex with Mr. and Mrs. Fieldman from next door. What charges, if any, can you give? And the answer is no charge.
I was going to say, they're all technically consenting adults.
Well, no, because obviously 17 is a minor.
But it depends on does that not depend on what the age of consent is? Because if the age
Yes,
of
yes,
consent is 16, well,
100%.
then there's no statutory rape charge.
So when that test question got popped, because it was just a practice test and it got popped, I looked at the lieutenant and I was like, what charges, if any, are we going to find? I said, murder. He looks at me and started laughing because I mean, I walk in and yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Field. I mean, that house is going on the market because
Yeah.
they're gone.
What's that? A deceased estate sale?
I mean, but the thing is the question, like it said, you see your 17-year-old daughter wearing a unicorn hat. Like, why even put the unicorn hat thing
Because
in
I
it?
think that's just like the climate today. But Andre says there's no charges because bodies will never be found. I mean,
see,
I've
that's where I'm
listened
going.
to enough true crime to figure out the American legal system loosely, and I do believe that there can't be a murder charge placed if there is no body.
No, if they have, I mean, it'd be harder to probably convict, but I mean, they could still level the charges if they have other
I guess if you've got
things.
enough circumstantial evidence and
Yeah, and
you can remove
it'd
all
probably just be
doubt from the
difficult to
jury.
convict. But yeah, I mean, having the body and everything, yeah, that makes it, almost like a, textbook, thing. Like we can prove you did it. Well, I mean, then again, coming home and seeing my kid wearing a unicorn hat having sex with the Fieldmans next door, yeah, you're definitely going to have, you know, enough probably circumstantial evidence that I had something to do with it.
Mm. But see, I think I'd be more upset about the unicorn head than the threesome itself.
No, I could care less. The Fieldmans are going. I never liked them as neighbors anyway.
They were always bringing the green bean casserole to the block party.
Well, I don't mind the green bean casserole. That's fun. They can bring the green bean casserole.
But there was that one year they brought the potato salad, and those motherfuckers know I always bring the potato salad.
They didn't put bacon in their potato salad. That's where it went wrong.
Oh, son of a
All
bitch.
right. So that brings
What
me
happened with Robert,
to.
man?
All right. So Robert got a job. All right. He's been working at one of the restaurants here in town.
Good man.
Oh yeah, he's happy because he's working with a couple of his friends and everything, and you know, obviously he's making money, and you know, so he's happy, you know. But he doesn't eat there when, you know, he goes on his lunch break. He goes to, you know, somewhere else. So he went to one of the other ones down the road from him and was sitting there eating,
Mm-hmm.
and the waitress was talking him up. And well, because like Crystal was the one that told me the story. So Robert was telling her mom she was drop dead gorgeous. And so here I am thinking, okay, my son's back. You know, he's getting a 10. You know, he's just like his old man.
Yeah.
You know, um, and you know, so she was chatting him up, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm just working for the summer. I go back to school next week." And he's like, "Yeah, I go back to school next week too." And da 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 da. Da. And you know, he was like, "Oh, well, what school do you go to?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm a senior in college." And she was like, "What about you?" He goes, "I'm a junior in high school."
Yep.
And she goes, "Oh, well, that answers my next question." He was like, "Well, what was that?" She was like, "I was going to ask for your phone number."
Yeah.
And so, like, he's got this college girl chatting him up because she thinks that he's older. And I mean, granted, he does, you know, look older,
Yeah.
and
He does. He's a
you know,
big boy.
yeah, he's going to be taller than me, and I'm not too happy about it. But yeah. So I was like, when she told me that, I was just like, well, you know, age of consent 16 as like. But see, I think North Carolina has a thing where age of consent is 16, but it can only be for a 4-year difference.
Yeah. Jai did
Younger.
say that in New Jersey it's a crime because a 16-year-old can't consent to anyone over 21.
Yeah, see, like I think it varies by state. I want to say that I think in North Carolina it's four over and 5 under,
Mm-hmm.
or is it 5 over and 4 under? I'd have
I
to
don't
look
know.
at
That's
the.
a really,
I have
it's
to
a
look at
really
my
blurry
elements of
window.
law, my elements of criminal law again. But oh man, like I was just like, so I walked over to his room. I was like, so hey, you want to tell me what happened today? He was like, nothing. I was like, nothing. I was like, you know, nothing happened. He's like, well, what? I go, someone was talking to you. Oh yeah, she was hot,
Hey, look,
and
I mean,
she liked my hair.
yeah, that's what she liked, her hair.
Well, no, he's
His
got like
hair.
that surfer look
Look, I
going.
don't, he does, man. He's got really nice hair too. Look, this is where I'm at because I'll share something from my past. I was 16 and I was hooking up with a 24-year-old. Okay. We weren't dating so much, but the sex was pretty steamy. And I thought I was a stud because I was 16 and banging a 24-year-old, right? Now, although the age of consent, I believe here for males is 16, again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 16. So even though that's the case, legally, I look back and go, man, like, I don't really think I knew what I was really getting into. And now that I'm 38, like, it's kind of predator vibes, in my opinion. Like, if it was a 24-year-old guy tuning up a 16-year-old girl, it would be a totally different reaction.
Oh, 100% it would be a
Yeah.
totally different reaction.
And so, like, I look back and go, man, like, I was 16. Sure, I was legally able to consent to that relationship, but now just think, like, I don't think as a 24-year-old I would be wanting to pick up high school chicks.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. So, yeah,
And
no,
like
that,
Jay,
yeah,
like Jai just said, she said when she was 15, she dated a 22-year-old. As an adult, I'm like, yo, that's rapey.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I mean, props to him. You know, it definitely boosted his confidence. You know,
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
strutting around like, you know, everything. But then again, you know, in the family, apparently, we got a history of scoring tens. So,
At least no babysitters were harmed.
yay, no babysitters harmed on this one. But yeah, no. So, yeah, but it's yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this one up too, man.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. If you want to give me 5 minutes, or do you need me, or?
No, I was just telling you I'm done.
Okay, I'll see you when you get back.
Okay.
All right, love ya. All right, well, yeah, with that, we're going to wrap this one up. This one's been fun. I think this is the first episode we've done without Judge as well, isn't it?
Yes, no,
I think we've done one other.
Yeah, we did the one with Jai when Judge
Yeah,
was
that's
out.
right. That's right. So, but
And
this
then,
has just been, this is the first time it's just been you and me.
It's been you and me doing the Reddit dive, and I mean, I liked it, and it definitely, I think definitely we'll have to do it. I'm gonna have to find some more good ones because some of these were meh, but I mean, they were still definitely a good talking points.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
I still
next time
like
we do this, we'll have to.
What's your favorite finger?
We'll have to ask Judge next week what his favorite finger is. I'm sure we'll hear about it in the group chat during the week.
Oh yeah, he'll probably definitely drop it in the group chat, and then he'll probably open it up with the dude. It's my ring finger or my pinky. He would say something weird. It's my thumb because I got thumbs. I'm not, you know, I've got opposable thumbs.
Yeah, dude. There's a song I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. Fucking Wheeler Walker Jr. Right? He's got a song called Finger Blast, right? And it's great. He's like, it doesn't matter if I use my pinky or my thumb, I'll still make you come. He makes a line about he walks around with dildo hands. And I'm like, man, that's a fucking great line. Walking around with dildo hands. And it's like, you don't have to worry about raising my kids because none of my fingers produce any jizz. Fucking great song, man. You'll have to have a look at have a look at it, man.
Yeah, you drop that in there, and I'll take a look at that. Yeah.
It ain't cheating if you go for was it? It ain't cheating if you go knuckle deep or something like that. It's a perler of a song.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But with that, guys, we're going to dip out. Remember, if you want to catch us on YouTube, you can come join us. We're going to be doing this for a few more episodes. And then Not So Secret Dad's Business will be wrapping up. That being said, we'll still be live on YouTube when we're recording. So you'll still be able to jump in and whatnot. But it'll be a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so before we start putting out the episodes on Spotify and all that sort of thing for the new podcast. So don't forget, fuck these guys, coming soon. And yeah, do all that good shit. Tell a friend about the bullshit that you get to come and listen to. Give us a rating, give us a like, a follow, whatever. Just we love you, and we'd love for you to show us that love.
And make sure you tell us what your favorite finger is when you're doing all that.
Yes. Actually, if you're on Spotify, I'm going to be putting in a poll. And you will be able to vote on that poll what your favorite finger is. And we will find out from our overall audience on Spotify what their favorite finger is. I think that'll be a great idea.
Ooh, we do that one. And then can we also ask the dinosaur? And then also what people think about the surrogacy question. Because that was a good one. I definitely want people's advice on that one.
Yes. Yeah. And we'll have to. I think we'll cover that one again next week with Judge and get Judge's opinion on that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sure Judge will have something to say.
Oh, he's definitely gonna have something to say about it. He's gonna write down like all these questions like as we're talking about them, and then he's just gonna be like, question 1, no. Question 2, that's stupid. Question 3, like,
That's it.
That's the way it's gonna go.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, with that one, we're out of here, guys. We love you. We'll leave you. Catch you later.
Later.